Hello, very good day to you. Quite a mixed picture across the UK this afternoon. Chilly in the north, a bit of rain here as well. Meanwhile, further south, lots of fine, sunny and very mild weather to be had. But things change drastically as we go into tomorrow. It is going to turn very wet and windy across much of England and Wales because of Storm Claudia. Now, this feature was named by the Spanish Met Service earlier on in the week, but yes, as we go into Friday, it is going to bring some very unsettled weather, particularly across the southern half of the UK. We have a frontal system that's going to march its way in, bringing heavy rain and some very strong winds, particularly across parts of Wales, but across much of England, really, it is going to be very unsettled. The front's bashing up against high pressure to the north of the UK, so not making much progress across the whole of the country. As a result, actually, across much of Scotland, it's actually going to be a largely fine picture. Not for the time being though. Across southern Scotland, very wet. We're seeing rainfall totals building up through this afternoon. Could be 60 or so millimetres in some places. Could see some disruption as a result. Also across Northern Ireland and Northern England, it's looking pretty cloudy, pretty damp, but a brighter picture across the far north of Scotland. A few sleet and snow showers mixed in with the showery bursts coming through down on an Arctic air, which is going to lead to quite a chilly feel to things despite the sunny spells. Warmer for sure towards the south of the UK. Lots of fine sunny weather to be had across many central parts of England and Wales. A bit cloudier towards the far south and a bit of rain pushing in at times too. But here in the south, temperatures could get to highs of around 16 or 17 Celsius, so several degrees above average for the time of year. As we go later on, the rain across some northern parts, that continues for a little while, but it breaks up further and it is going to eventually ease and clear away entirely. Meanwhile, across the south, a band of rain sweeps its way up from the north. This is an initial front ahead of the other frontal system that I mentioned at the start. As that then pushes into the southwest as we go towards dawn on Friday, things are going to turn even wetter and even windier across central southern parts of the UK. With the unsettled weather that's pushing in here, and unsurprisingly, temperatures not dropping a huge amount, many places staying in double figures. Further north though, across, well, particularly much of Scotland where we get clear skies and that cold Arctic air, well, it is going to be pretty chilly indeed. Temperatures falling several degrees below freezing, -4, -5 Celsius perhaps, so some frost, even some icy patches as well. And then tomorrow, well, it's a tale of two halves really. If you look across the country, staying often bright with a few wintry showers across Scotland and some parts of northern England and maybe Northern Ireland, but across the rest of England and Wales, Storm Claudia bringing heavy rain and strong winds. And it's worth noting that the winds coming more in from the east, and that's pivotal to where we're going to see those highest rainfall totals building up. It's going to be around some eastern facing higher ground, particularly across parts of Wales, southeast Wales in particular. That's where the greatest risk of seeing some particularly heavy rainfall is going to be. We do have a couple of warnings out. There's a yellow rain warning across much of central southern England and Wales, and then two amber warnings within that, particularly this one across parts of southeast Wales where we could see rainfall totals over some higher ground of 100 to 150 millimetres of rain. Now that's a substantial amount, so some flooding, some major disruption is quite likely. Also a wind warning, just a little one, across parts of, well, towards northwest England. We could be seeing some very strong gusts of wind mixed in with that heavy rain, and so it really is going to be quite an unpleasant day for many places. If you do need to travel, then do stay up to date with the forecast because there is likely to be some disruption. It is still mild, however, towards the south. Not feeling it when you get that wind and rain. It's going to feel pretty unpleasant, but temperatures still above average for sure. Further north, though, much closer, if not a little bit below average, so a chilly feel despite the fact that it will be much drier, much brighter and much sunnier. The heavy rain and the strong winds continue as we go through into the evening, and they're going to continue as well as we go through overnight, and some of that heavy rain continues into Saturday as well. But then through the weekend itself, things are going to be turning a bit drier, and we're going to see that cold Arctic air across northern parts feeding its way further southwards, so temperatures will be dropping after a mild, well, first half of November. It's going to be markedly colder as we go through the weekend and into the beginning of next week. With that though, greater chance of seeing a bit of sunshine. Now with Storm Claudia coming, our warnings are likely to be tweaked and updated, so make sure you stay on top of those. Bye bye.